this week on Kirfatu.
Who is Dr. Kanteh?
Dr. Kanteh is a very simple, humble human being who emerged from the western region of the Gambia. I was born in Buyam in 1968, and I grew up in a small, Buyam was 4G councillor, and I was half of my childhood also in Demban, that is 4G Bedford.
What inspired your political ambitions? What really motivated you to even consider setting up your party?
You know, that's a very good question, because politics have never been my cup of tea. What I believe is, I don't need civil service to survive, because I'm a man with the potential. Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and bring himself to believe shall achieve. So therefore, I don't need any institution to be what I want to be. My assessment to this government is the government lacked the substance, the whole substance, to be productive and be effective, provide effective leadership this country needs. What we need is who will have the credibility, who will have the integrity and moral characteristic to change the life of the people in this country. It doesn't matter whether we participated before or just participated now. What about the people who did it? What have they done then? After all these fights, why are we still in this situation?
What is the situation right now?
It's obvious.
What is the situation?
Well,
what's
look,
your observation
my
about
observation
the current
is,
situation?
My observation is we are from the depression going to recession. We are from recession going to depression.
Can you elaborate on that?
Because why? The thing is, the presidency enact with power. If I would do it, what would I do differently than what the previous, the present president over there? I will use the power of presidency as a platform, as a force to provide service of excellence to the people of this country, but I will not let power of presidency to use me.
But if you can just give us examples of how you as a person have changed a culture of an organization, and what are the first three things that you would do, let's say when you are voted into office, for people to have that confidence and that belief and trust that these things you're telling us in theory, you can actually put it in practice.
But I just told you a minute ago, you're going to create.
No, what you said was just, yeah, you're going to create. But
okay, well, what I'm saying,
have you ever been in that situation where you've actually done that? Because we've heard, like, everybody that comes in tells us the same thing. When I go into power, I would do this, the youths need jobs, I would create jobs, we would have industries, we would have factories, I change the health system, I would change the education system, I would do reforms.
Okay.
And then when that person comes in, it's a completely different scenario.
Yeah, I know, because
so
you know what?
You have examples of real life.
I have a real life example. I have a company where I involved 40 people working over there. I gave them opportunity. I could stay in the United States. I can be like every Gambian. All of these politicians are sitting out here trying to jump on down. What did they do? I have a company where 40 people work, and I pay them every 2 weeks. I don't pay them every month. The month is too long for me. I pay them every 2 weeks. I introduce something new so they can get access to their salaries. What I believe in, when you create a party, before you're thinking about people in the country, what about the people in the party? What difference can you make in their lives? Do you know whether they eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Do you even know whether they sleep on the bed or the floor? Do you even know what the clothes that they wear to come to your meeting? Do they even borrow it or they own it? This is more concern to me. What impact can I have in somebody's life? Because the Quran says, you don't have my blessings, you don't have my pity until what is more dear to you and you give.
Do you agree, or are you against that we need to have a certain standard in terms of when it comes to the presidency? They need to be educated to a certain level.
I'm going to ask you, what degree do you get from the university? I'll ask you, what is your vision for my country? That's what's more important. Surround yourself with the people who want the best for you, who want to be you at your best. Don't surround yourself with gallon-like sized people. Surround yourself with the barrel-sized people. Those are the one that when you surround yourself, you will succeed. First, we create an economy that can support whatever we want to endeavor. That's what we need to do. But we don't have a start point for that, though.
See, that brings us to I know everything. We will be able to have a good health facility if we have a good economy.
Yeah.
Everything will pick up if the economy is working for the ordinary Gambian.
Okay.
But the big question is, how are we going to make the economy good for the ordinary Gambian?
We're going to stop wasteful government spending. We're going to have to cut that off. Because government is too big. We have a smaller government. Very robust and smaller government, so we can able to embark on the most important things that the country need. You should not take your friends and allies for granted. Just never turn your back on your supporters. You will fail. This UDP and Barrow fiasco is very childish to me. Leaders should not behave like this if they have to cost the interests of the nation. If Barrow would turn everything around today, make things the way it's supposed to be, I'm out.
You're out of, yeah.
Why do I need to participate in politics for if everything's going right? I don't need to. Why? I will support him. Because that's what we need. I'm there because I don't say it.
What's right for you might not look right for Fatu.
No, what the thing is, but what is right, we know what is right. We know what we need, what we want. Majority, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about individual, I'm talking about majority. People are crying, this country is hard. Some people don't have food in the table. Yeah. Businesses are struggling. I am one out of in business. Yeah.